let's take a look at the evidence. Just a little bit. So the actual letter says, "To my beloved student Zach, to you I entrust the task of lowering my life's curtain. Come on the 13th, 11:05 p.m. I will ready a gun with which you will shoot one shot square in the forehead. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why." Magnify grammari.
Extremely normal way to word that letter.
Yeah, really normal. Totally normal. So the actual cause of death is loss of blood from a bullet wound.
That's the cause of death?
Yeah. Not the bullet wound in the head.
Yeah, the bleed out is the, but
Yeah,
not
the bleed out.
Not because, okay, interesting.
Okay, so yeah, he did die between 11 o'clock and 11:30.
Which is in that window.
On 4/13, nice. Sorry.
Okay. I thought, okay.
Never mind, it's fine.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it looks like there is a gunshot in his head. No blood around it, which is weird. But there's also a gunshot in this little clown man.
Yeah, there's 2 gunshots.
So there's 2 gunshots and one, like, very old-looking gun, so that would have taken a while to reload.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a manual. Doesn't hold multiple bullets.
Yeah, that holds one. So what happened?
Well, the doll could have come
Okay.
pre-gunshotted.
Okay, so let's go through his testimony here. So actually, the victim kind of ordered the defendant. A few days before, the victim sent a letter. The defendant did what was asked of him and shot the old man in the forehead. The bullet was fired from the pistol found at the scene, no doubt about it. And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna press on this one. Yeah, tell us more about this.
How can you be so sure?
Hey, you gotta learn to stop relying on people to do your thinking for you, pal. Learn to think for yourself. Get that noggin cranking.
You failed to grasp the concept of questioning, detective.
First, we got this letter. It says, shoot in the forehead loud and clear.
I see that, but I still wouldn't do it.
Well, maybe you need to grow yourself a backbone, pal. Maybe you need to pussy up there, Phoenix.
You fail to grasp the concept of shooting people is bad, detective.
It's not bad when they ask for it. Definitely not illegal.
Yeah.
We also found the defendant's pistol at the scene.
Traces of gunpowder residue shows that it had been fired recently. I forgot what he looked
Well.
like.
Well, Mr. Wright. As far as I can tell from looking at this photo, there seems to be no issue with the prosecution's claim.
The photo. Maybe there's something in there I can use. So they're saying that the defendant shot the victim in the forehead. I think there's a hole in the prosecution's argument. Clearly, Mr. Enigmar
What happened?
shot something else?
Yeah!
Looking at this photo, another possibility occurs to me.
Yes?
What does the letter tell us? That the defendant had a reason he couldn't refuse his teacher's wishes.
Bingo, pal. That's why the defendant popped him one in the forehead.
Oh, the defense disagrees. You see, the defendant had another choice he could make.
Objection!
What? And you can prove that with this photo? I can prove he had a choice, yes.
The defendant might have fired like he was ordered, but he didn't shoot the victim's forehead. Well, let's hear what you're thinking, Mr. Wright. If he didn't shoot the victim's forehead, what did the defendant shoot?
Please touch the weird
Gee,
doll.
I wonder. Yeah. They're all blind. Okay.
The clown doll?
Take a closer look. See, it's been shot in the forehead, too.
Ah, there's a hole in its forehead.
Yes, and a hole in the prosecution's claim.
Objection!
Ha! And I suppose you have a reason as to why he'd shoot the clown doll? He didn't just shoot the doll. He shot the doll's forehead. His forehead?
Yeah, maybe we should call him hair forehead. How you like it?
He doesn't know that. He can't get the joke. Let's read the orders once more, shall we? You will shoot one shot square in the forehead. Which is exactly what he did. He shot the clown doll square in the forehead. A great public service.
The defense has raised an intriguing possibility. That hole in the clown's forehead, it definitely looks like it was shot. Bailiff, send someone to investigate this matter.
Objection!
I admit, I'm impressed, but I expected nothing less. Still, this doesn't mean he didn't shoot the victim.
Objection!
Perhaps he didn't have to shoot. Perhaps he did have to shoot a forehead as ordered. But the letter says nothing about whose forehead. This was the only way he had to follow his orders without taking a life.
The bullet hole in the clown doll's forehead does demand an explanation. It might very well be a clue. Yet Prosecutor Gavin is right. It alone does not prove the defendant's innocence. You cannot say for sure the defendant didn't shoot the victim.
So sorry, Mr. Wright. How sad it is to see the mighty fall. How sad it is to see the novice's overconfidence. He doesn't realize just how big this little hole is going to get.
Out of context, bad screenshots. Okay.
There's a lot in this case.
Detective Gumshoe, please take this newfound fact into account as you continue your testimony. So what if he shot the clown? He still shot the victim, pal.
Okay.
Oh.
So.
The clown thing is really...
All right. Actually, we are going to ignore that for now.
Uh-huh.
The pistol definitely belongs to the old man. Do we know that for sure?
Uh-huh.
Let's verify.
Why are you so certain?
What pile of sand has your head been stuck in all this time, pal? You never heard of Zach and Valent's quick draw shoot 'em?
Huh? What's that?
One of the defendant's specialties. Zach and Valent stand on either side of a girl. Then they shoot. But the bullets don't hit her. Instead, they hit everything else on stage. This was one of the pistols you used in their show. Got a great design, huh? The kids love it.
Many boys and girls join the police because of that pistol, I hear.
Well, they don't exactly give those out as
That would be
regulation.
hilarious.
Here's your one-shot old-ass pistol.
You know, that would explain a lot about the police force.
All right, we love it.
Troop Grammar, stopped doing that act a while ago. The old man held on to that pistol ever since.
Okay, so. Right.
I have
Let's
questions
press.
about that pistol being a real gun now. I'm sorry, we're just gonna believe that a pistol used in a magic thing was a real pistol?
Yeah, it doesn't look like we can examine the pistol. Damn. Okay. Let's press on this one then.
So let me get this straight. You're saying my client first shot the clown, then shot the victim?
Hey, not a bad summary, pal.
More of a confirmation than a summary, but whatever. That was really more of a confirmation than a summary. But our defense attorney seems pleased enough with himself. Do these people ever miss a chance to mock me?
No. No, they don't.
Not just you, just any defense attorney. Well, now that Mr. Wright's gotten that out of his system, shall we continue with the testimony? I didn't have time to gather all the details before coming in here. This testimony might be my only source of information. Better pay attention and read this letter carefully.
Oh, we didn't press on this one.
No, we have not yet. But it might have been the clown's forehead he shot.
Okay, so he practiced first on the doll, then shot him.
He practiced in the middle of the hospital. Anyone could come in at any moment.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but no one did come, did they, pal? Besides, it's what I would have done. Always look before you shoot, I say.
Might I suggest we move on? This is getting us nowhere. Patience, we'll get there sooner than you think.
Very well, please continue with your testimony.
Why do defense attorneys not stand up straight?
I don't know. I think it's just a thing that they do.
They're always just leaning on, like, your posture's terrible.
I'm gonna press on everything.
Okay, sounds good.
The good old tactic.
It's a good tactic. Just because he got the letter doesn't mean he went through with it. Oh, I disagree. The victim was indeed shot in the forehead after all, just as he is commanded. It could be a setup. But let's not be in such a hurry. Maybe we should let the witness talk for a change. Yeah, boys!
Thanks, pal.
Fine. I can play it as slow as well as I can play it fast. On with the testimony, Detective Gumshoe.
Let's see.
I've had it up to here with hot-shot prosecutors. Raising my hand above my head.
All right, never mind. Yeah, this one's the one we were missing. Okay, so
You mean this pistol, the one in the crime scene photo?
That's the one. It's a funny-looking gun, so there's no mistaking it.
We compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with the bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks on the bullets were a perfect match. That's...
hey, what's a rifling mark?
No!
What's a rifle? You should tell us what a rifling
You
mark
don't have
is.
to tell us what a rifling
You
mark is.
should give us a nice metaphor with which to compare rifling marks.
Oh, gosh, we're gonna... So you verified the murder weapon, in other words.
You bet we did. The court would like to see the pistol in question. You got it, sir. Here she
Was that
is.
just in your pocket?
Yeah, he just carries it around in his coat. It's fine.
Well, this truly is a blast from the past. It's a stage pistol for magic shows, see? But it can fire real bullets. It looks so much bigger in real life than on TV. Yeah, but it can only hold one round. By the way, the pistol's firing chamber is empty, and it shows traces of having been fired recently.
So were any fingerprints found on the gun? Unfortunately, no. Of course, the defendant is known for wearing gloves. We might say that a lack of fingerprints is, in fact, a fingerprint of its own.
Aha! Intriguing point, well made.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not well made, not intriguing.
In any case, the court accepts this evidence.
I love how Phoenix is just desperate to dunk on him.
Yeah, I don't love that there's a stage pistol that fires real bullets. That feels...
Yeah, that's very unsafe.
That's bad.
That's just a real gun at that point.
Yeah. Hey, if this can fire fake bullets and real bullets, that's a gun.
That's just a gun now. You've just made a gun again.
My grandchild would get a kick out of seeing this. But now it's time to return to our testimony.
Please don't give a child a gun.
All right, so let's go ahead and check the stage pistol.
Okay, great.
Just for anything.
It's very fancy.
Oh, I don't get it. Please don't point that thing at me.
If you look closely, you can see how the pistol is made to bend here. It's a one-shot only model, and I guess this bend is where you load it. So this is the famous Grammari Golden Gun.
Oh, so now you know the specific name of it where you didn't
Wow,
know
I
who
can't
the
believe-
Grammari's were?
Yeah, I can't believe they've played enough hours to get a golden gun.
Yeah, wow.
They say kids used to love pretending they had one of these.
Yeah, they did in 2016, in fact. that was only 3 years ago in this canon.
Yeah.
Because it's 2019 here.
Wow. I wonder if they pretended to miss their targets, too. I mean, if you're pretending to be a magician, that would be like the whole point.
Okay, so there's really nothing else we can look at here, but it was worth looking at.
Just good to know it doesn't load from the
yeah.
top like I thought it did. Or, the front. Muzzle load. There we go.
Yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
yeah. It's definitely a muzzle loader, yeah. Yeah, let's present that on this one.
Yeah.
Objection!
The trickiest cases often seem the simplest. Prosecutor Gavin, you missed the bullet hole in the clown's forehead. If you hadn't missed that, you might have come to a very different conclusion. Understand?
Yeah, but just like I said, pal, after he shot the clown in the forehead, he went and...
Objection!
Did nothing of the sort to the victim. The pistol proves he could not.
The murder weapon? How?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. This pistol only holds one bullet at a time.
Ah!
If he had shot the clown in the forehead, he couldn't have shot the victim, too.
Yeah!
Objection!
That's not a contradiction. Not even close.
Oh, it's the fucking old music too. Oh, jam it out.
All he had to do was reload the pistol after the first shot.
Objection!
Oh, where did he get the extra bullet? They're not easy to come by, you know. If you claim the defendant had one ready, then prove to us how he got it. I had a feeling this wasn't over yet. No, this party's just getting started. And I haven't proven anything yet beyond my good looks and startling record sales. Buddy, you look so bad. An utter lack of humility.
What's this? It seems that the prosecution has another witness prepared.
Like I said, Herr Detective, it was just the warm-up act.
Ugh.
Aw. Now that the audience has gotten a taste of what's to come, they're ready. Ready for what? For my decisive witness, of course. A witness who, you will find, can prove one thing for us. That it was Zach Grammari who shot the victim in the forehead.
Very well. We will pause for a 15-minute recess.
This might be my lucky break. I'll need that 50 minutes to talk to my client, Zach.
Court is adjourned.
Oh man.
Ooh.
So far, so messy.
I'm just not a fan of Clavier's metal country western shirt.
Oh, no, it sucks. It sucks a lot.
April 19th, 11:21 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Very impressive, Mr. Wright. I have to say, I expected nothing less.
We've only just begun. I was hoping you could tell me a bit more about what happened, actually.
I did not think you would believe me if I told you. Better that you discovered the truth for yourself. I was thinking of you, you know.
I think we need less thinking and more talking. That night in the hospital, what really happened?
Ah, the way your eyes gleam, Mr. Wright. You'll scare Trucy.
Speaking of which, where is she?
You have seen the problem yourself. The letter.
The one shot in the forehead one, right?
Yes, and the reason he speaks of. I could not deny my mentor's wishes, even if it meant my own death.
Why not?
This is something I will not say for now, at least.
What's this for now business?
He's teaching you how to be mysterious. You'll need it.
You'll need this later. It's dangerous to go along.
It's a surprise tool that will help us later.
Gosh.
I have done many things in my life. Some well, some poorly. But this is a cross we must bear alone to our graves.
We?
You wanted to know about the night of the incident.
Finally, this guy sure likes to take his time getting around to the important stuff. Phoenix. Buddy. My guy.
He had to get it from somewhere.
Yeah, I just thought he developed it naturally.
That's just what being 30 does to you.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I had no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time and found there upon his bedside table. Let me try that again. and found there upon his bedside table 2 pistols.
2?
Yes, the one I had used on stage, and the one that had been used by my partner Valant.
Oh, for the Zack and Valen's quick draw thing.
My mentor had the look of one sleeping. I stood by his bedside, hearing only the light sound of his breathing. Then I took the pistol into my hand. I cannot deny that my resolve faltered then for a moment.
You faltered? You mean you thought about shooting him?
Recall there was a reason I could not refuse his request. His last such request, though not his first.
So, there were other requests you couldn't refuse before.
To be honest, I've not always been steadfast, and I fear I've brought pain upon Trucy.
Was Magnify coercing his disciples somehow? Just what was going on with Troop... what was going on in Troop Grammari?
Yet, in the end, I did not shoot him. Instead, I turned and shot the clown. I took the pistol I had fired and placed it in my pocket.
In your pocket?
I believe if you examine the bullet in the clown's head, you will find it to be different than the one in my mentor. What were those called?
Rifling marks.
Yes, if only there was a nice metaphor to summarize what rifling marks were.
I think we can just gloss over that.
Yes. Well, that is all I have to tell you concerning the case.
Concerning the case? You mean there's something else you can tell me?
You are a fascinating man, Mr. Wright.
Thanks?
Yes, there is something. My mentor. His eyes opened.
What? Magnify Grammari?
The old devil. He was not asleep, you see. Of course, the gunshot would have woken him anyway.
Yeah.
And there we had our last discussion as mentor and pupil. It was not a long discussion, maybe 5-10 minutes or so.
What did you talk about?
Haha, Mr. Wright, did I not just tell you? Does not concern this case.
Zach Grammari. He seems pretty steadfast to me. Or perhaps maybe just stubborn.
Mr. Wright, your presence is requested in the courtroom. Once again, I am in your hands.
Right, let's get back in there.
All right, let's cut that there.
Woo!
And be back soon.
See you later.